This is your Thursday night DRMB podcast. I've got Paul Punisher with me. Suffering through the technical difficulties. Hot on the heels of podcast with the lovely Jessica Chobot and Sean Allen, community manager for Wargaming. We've got the one and only styled #1 wheelman, Zaculon. Welcome back. It's good to see
Thanks
you.
for having me back. Yeah, it's good to be back talking again.
Yeah, we've missed you. Yeah, talking so that people can actually hear us right now, right?
Yeah, they can hear us.
You all missed a lot of it. I hope so. Yeah, they can hear it. I see yay, woohoo, everything else. All right,
cool.
there we
They can
go.
hear us.
Yeah, you all missed a lot of stuff already. I mean, Zach was
all
just
those leaks.
yeah, all the leaks left and right, never to be repeated again. I mean, I told you all about the G3A3 and the tanks, and yeah, M1 Abrams and Hardline coming soon, right?
Yeah.
So, how have you been, Zach?
Good. I'm actually on vacation this week because we finished up the second expansion pack. So I've been relaxing. I came back into work today to talk to you guys because my home internet can be a little shaky. But yeah, I've been doing good.
So it's.
Yeah, I mean it's solid. It just depends. Like it's a bad time of day.
Get it, guys? Shaky earthquakes, right?
Yep.
But
Not funny.
No, not funny at all. My wife is actually scared to death of earthquakes ever since that little tremor hit us here in D.C. I think it was like a 5.8 or something like that. She has PTSD from it.
Yeah, 5.8 is not little. 5.8 can do some damage.
Oh yeah, they shut the Capitol or the the Washington Monument down for a little bit. But the reason everybody is here is to get some knowledge dropped on them about the Hardline. So big news is we have a date, right?
Right. There's a release date for Robbery. Yeah, the
Yeah.
second expansion pack. Next Wednesday, the 16th. That's
Ooh,
next Wednesday.
16th. Yeah, I believe it is. What are we at, the 10th right now? It's 6 days from now.
6 days.
6
Yeah.
days
Yeah,
from
6
now,
days.
we're bringing it out. It's time to go legendary. I'm excited. Yeah.
So, what can we look forward to in that?
Okay, so there's a legendary feature, right, which is like the reset of the metagame and sort of some new assignments to unlock and stuff, and you get a new icon and a new kill card and all that. There's the new game mode, which is Squad Heist. It's like a new 5-on-5 mode. At some point, we'll talk about details of how that all works. 4 new maps. Guns,
4 new
lots
maps.
of guns.
And a lot. Okay, that was actually one of the questions we had. Are there going to be more guns, or was that a one-time thing?
Well, okay, so you know we're delivering like the regular sort of premium guns with the premium expansion pack, but at the same time we're doing a title update for everybody. So I think that's sort of an important difference in what's happening, right? Is when we release Robbery, premium players are getting Robbery and all the stuff, and at the same time, everyone is getting some guns. So some of those guns, or the 11 weapons that everybody's been talking about, some of those are part of the premium pack, and then some of those are just going to be for everybody. As far as like in the future, are we going to be continuing to give large amounts of guns to everybody? I'm not allowed to talk about future releases. That is something I would like to do.
Gotcha. Hint, hint, right?
Yeah, I mean,
Maybe.
you know, we're trying to give players what they want, obviously, and
Yeah.
for players of this game, the gun variety was an issue, and they wanted more guns. So, okay, cool, they're going to get more guns. If players keep pushing us for even more guns, then I want to give players more guns. So we'll see what we can do.
Can you say if one has been a more popular request than any others? What do you see people most often opining for?
Yeah, so there's a lot for the M1. Like I guess a lot of people just really like the M1. It has sort of a classic history in shooters, right? So
Yeah,
that was
definitely.
one that we got a lot of requests for. And then the FAMAS. Like everybody was honest
yeah.
about the FAMAS. So
And
we're
that is actually in there, right?
yeah.
Yeah, I saw some footage of that. It looks like it absolutely mows people over.
Yeah, I think that people were allowed to capture footage at Gamescom. We showed off one of the map at Gamescom and let people grab footage.
Yeah, the museum map.
Yeah, and it was cool.
Gorgeous.
It's really fun for us when that stuff comes out, actually, because it's exciting.
Dinosaurs. There were dinosaurs in it.
Danny
There's
was in
dinosaur
heaven.
skeletons. There's dinosaur skeletons.
It's so funny every time someone sees dinosaurs in a Battlefield game. Everybody just goes nuts.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. I mean, it's a thing, right? People want to. I mean, people keep. As soon as that footage came out, people were like, "Can we ride the dinosaurs?" Immediately, that's the first question. It's like it's dinosaur skeletons in a museum.
when you win, a T-Rex comes out of nowhere, and when dinosaurs ruled the earth drops from the sky,
Right.
just like Jurassic Park.
Right.
So anyhow, with these weapons, what can you tell us about what's going to be released, if anything? Is it going to be kind of a mix of your standard rifles, handguns?
Yeah, it's a good mix. So on the premium side of things, for the actual expansion pack for Robbery, we're kind of focusing on one class each pack, and the focus on this in this pack is assault. So it's assault rifles mainly. There's also the throwing knives, which everybody can use. But then for the free update for everybody, there's just a variety of guns of all sorts of different types. I want to give everybody sort of something,
Oh, cool.
Throwing knives. That
Yeah,
sounds
throwing
kind of
knives.
interesting. So
Yeah, throwing knives kind of change up.
can
sort
those
of
be
how-
used to slash also, or are they just strictly
No.
throw?
No. So we decided early on when we were making Hardline to treat the grenade slot as your throwing slot. You can throw grenades, you can throw Molotovs, you can throw smoke, you can throw gas, and so we put the knives into that slot. So it's an interesting sort of choice to bring out the knife. Now the thing about the throwing knife is it's a one-hit kill. From you have to be pretty close, but it's a one-hit kill. It plays similar to I would compare it to sort of like the taser. The taser's that
Yeah.
one hit kill, but you've got to be at that certain range. The difference is that you're not trading off your secondary. You're trading off your grenade.
So if I throw the throwing knife at someone's foot and it hits their big toe, dead?
That's a good question. I mean, at a certain range.
I think I caught you off guard there a little bit.
Do the damage multipliers go into effect?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're asking about sort of is there, and that's a good question. I'm always hitting people in the head. I never thought about people that shoot in like the
They have
feet or the
terrible
arm.
aim.
Yeah, or a panic throw. You turn the
Go ahead,
corner and
Taco.
see someone there, and you're just like, bam.
I'll figure that out. Watch this. On the
'Cause
same, while we're talking, I'll send the guy a message. Watch this. Hey.
Because I know
Anyway.
that's always been the biggest thing with games like Counter-Strike with their sniper rifles. You hit someone in the little toe and they're dead.
All right, I'm asking.
All right, there you go. We'll find out
That's
if getting hit in the big toe with a throwing knife will kill you by infection or whatever else.
Yeah. Well, maybe they're poisoned.
Yeah, dirty knife or something. Use your imagination, right?
Yep.
Actually, it's funny that we're talking about knives because one of the questions we had earlier on Reddit from Zero Bang is he says the ACB 90 is the only knife that does 100 damage insta kill in one slice. Why is that only the criminals have access to it?
That is not true.
He doesn't
knives
have his
all
facts straight.
The knives. Well, I don't want to accuse. It may be that. So, the knives don't have. They all do the same damage. The only damage difference is like the big two-handed weapons.
Oh, okay.
Zero Bang, you should be happy I asked your question. Get your facts straight.
Well, and what it may be is that he saw, like he may have gotten a one-hit swipe with that knife or a number of times and not gotten a one-hit kill. And what it is the way the knife deals damage is when you start your slash from the start of the slash to the end of the slash, it's dealing damage along that
Straight
slice,
through.
right? Slicing, and it's dealing.
So if you come in like halfway, or you don't get that full swipe in, it's not going to do the whole amount then.
Right, and the way it's tuned is for essentially not to be a one-hit kill, but there's sort of a perfect distance and perfect swipe that you can do that you will get the one-hit kill. But in general, we like it to be a two-hit kill. We don't want it to be a one-hit kill, but there is sort of like a perfect. If you get all the points of damage that the thing can deal in a swipe, which is hard to do, and you have to be in the right spot, you will get a one hit with it.
Never knew
It's
that.
just really rare. Yeah.
So there you go. There's some knife knowledge dropped on you all right now.
Yeah.
I did not know that either. I normally don't use knives though. I use the batons. So.
Right. I just started using knives, but I used to just like to use the baseball bat.
Yeah. It's just
It's a
so
little
fun.
more brutal.
Yeah, absolute fun. So continuing on with our talk of Robbery, what can you tell us about the maps coming out?
Yeah. So there's 4 of them. as sort of usual. I guess you want me to just run through each of them?
Yeah, absolutely. Go for it.
Okay, so the first one I'll talk about is museum because people have seen museum. So that's pretty quick. It's just set in sort of this classic styled museum. You guys can see footage of it if you want. It's already out there. It's an infantry only map. It's all indoors. It's sort of built in a way that we haven't built a map before, as far as it just being all indoors and more built like a, you know, we did a similar thing with Black Friday on the last pack where it's, I don't know how to like say it right. I guess it's built sort of like a movie set would be built, you know, which sort of allows us to control the map and what players are seeing in sort of a unique way. And so the museum is sort of built the same way. And then the other 3 maps are all big, full vehicle, hot wire supporting maps. The first one is Precinct 7, which is set in sort of a, people are saying like outside of Detroit. It's not necessarily for sure Detroit. It's just a city, sort of a rundown.
Is that the one with the photo of like the front of a police station or something?
Yeah, so the center of the map is like a big police station.
It kind of looked like Wayne Manor.
Yeah, it's sort of a classic. Yeah, it's one of those classic styles.
I'd like to pretend that the Batmobile is findable.
Art Deco. Yeah, no, there's no. I'm gonna blow that one for you right now. There's no Batmobile. I'm sorry.
Damn. I was watching footage of it, and it looked like the coldest map I have ever seen in my life.
Yeah, it's snowy and it's at nighttime, which is kind of cool because we don't have anything visually that sort of looks like that. And you know, it's got like a nice urban feel as far as the number of buildings and the number of buildings you can get in, and sort of the destruction opportunities. It's a cool map. It's a different style for us for sure.
Did you all send someone up to Detroit to actually scout locations? Probably a good thing. Probably a good thing.
It's funny because like when we do like, you know, like coastal or breakpoint.
Yeah. You just walk out your front door, right?
Well, we're not. We're like 20 minutes away or whatever. But point being is that like a map like that, everybody wants to, you know, do like a reference trip or whatever if we're doing something like in a cool place or whatever. But then when we make a level like in like nighttime snow, you know,
see your dad, Juarez.
Ah, you can go.
Yeah,
you got.
I'm not a lot of requests for the reference trips for those locations.
We've got a Juarez map. We need to send someone to Juarez. Do I have any volunteers? Yeah.
Although I guess I shouldn't say that's true because guys went out when we did Dust Bowl. Guys went out to the desert and scanned a bunch of rocks and just walked around in the heat. So I guess that's not true. We got guys dedicated to the
desert's got its own unique beauty, though, I guess, depending where you're at.
Yeah.
It's funny that you know we're talking about snow maps because that always seems to be one of the most popular types of map in any Battlefield game that ever comes out. And when there isn't one, people usually, you know, I don't want to say cry, but they, you know, repeatedly ask for it. So is that kind of what sparked this one? Community outcry?
Honestly, no. Like, and people haven't really pushed us on the snow maps. People sort of ask us about night maps a lot. That's the thing that we get requests for. But well, for us, obviously, we shipped with some maps that are set at night, and I believe each pack so far has had at least one, if not 2 maps.
Yeah.
Set. Night maps for us are kind of a normal thing, right? They fit into our fiction.
Yeah.
It's like, you know, if crime a lot of time, you know, takes place at night. So that's the thing we get the most requests for.
Yeah.
We had just planned on doing the nighttime snow map from the jump, and just so happens it got set up for pack 2.
Yeah, absolutely. No, that sounds like a lot of fun though. A nighttime snow map. So, are there any cool effects from that map that you can kind of talk about that you know, just neat things about it that you don't find in the other maps?
Yeah, I think one of the things that I like about it is the lighting in the basically in the area in the map, both inside the precinct and outside with the street lights. There's a sort of a power generator station that you can go to, and there's a number of generators, and you can destroy them and sort of selectively change the lighting in these sections of the map. And then, you know, the police station obviously would be on a sort of a backup power system. So when you shut off power to that, sort of the backup generator lights come on and stuff. So just the way that changes the map and you know, sort of gives players with a certain play style an advantage is sort of a cool thing.
Is that destructible by all the players, or does a hacker control that?
It's by the players.
Oh, okay.
It's the players in the map, yeah.
What about Easter eggs on any of these maps?
Yeah, I'm not going to tell you any of the Easter eggs.
That's what's the point, right? It's supposed to be Easter eggs.
Fine, for sure. Yeah, there's stuff
just
to find.
one little egg, right? But there is stuff that can be found.
Yeah, there's stuff that can be found. Every map has a little something.
Yeah, something hidden for the diehard searchers out there.
Yeah.
A little something, something.
So
I think we have stuff. The only thing I'll say about Easter eggs is that we have stuff that is sort of an Easter egg that stands alone. It's just a little thing to find, and it's cool. And then, that there's also something that will build up to a later release, right? We're trying to sort of thread some things together, so people should pay attention.
So
anyway, the other maps.
No, wait a second.
I got more maps to talk about.
No, you're talking about something exciting now. So is this going to be kind of like what we saw in Battlefield 4 with the Phantom projects?
I've never heard of that. I don't even.
You don't know what I'm talking about there, right? Yeah, I don't know what the. All right, so Phantom project for Hardline is confirmed. No.
I don't know.
All right, so let's go through with these other maps then.
Yeah, so I talked about Museum and I talked about Precinct 7. Then there's Breakpoint, which is sort of set on the California coast.
Gorgeous map.
Yeah, that one looks amazing.
Mm-hmm.
That was one. So every day we sort of make a new version of the game here in the office, and so every day, kind of one of the first things I do is load up every map and just fly around the map and look and see what's changed. And that was one of the maps that every other day when I opened that thing up, it would jump off the screen at me like, holy crap, this thing is looking really cool. Which probably my favorite thing about working on this game. I haven't worked on a game before where after the release we got to keep sort of working on it, and you're able to sort of hone your craft and really get better. And so seeing how much better we are at making maps right now has been. I mean that map looks amazing.
So you see an evolution in your ability to make better and better.
Sure. Yeah, and I think that people, when this pack comes out, they'll see it too. They'll see the maps and go, okay, wow. And I think they'll see the same sort of jump in the third expansion pack. We've already got those maps stood up and we're playing them already, and they already look really, really good. Cool. But anyway,
so it's safe to say that's your favorite map out of the upcoming map packs.
Well, I think that it depends on the mode.
Yeah.
I think the interesting thing about Breakpoint, I love the way it looks, and I really like Hotwire on that one. My favorite is probably my favorite Blood Money. Blood Money is the mode I probably like the most, or I play the most. And Blood Money for me, it's probably Museum. Although I really like the setup in Precinct 7 as well. I don't know. It's impossible to pick favorite maps.
Yeah.
I like all of them a lot.
for different reasons on different days, right?
Yeah, different reasons on different days. Exactly. And that's the thing, is the way I play the game is, I play the game, I'd say 5 or 6 nights a week. I miss a few days here and there, but I try to play every night for at least an hour. And I get on weird, I'll just get stuck on one map on one mode. I'll figure something out about the layout or whatever that I really like, and I'll just play one map on one mode a bunch, and then 2 nights later I won't want to play that map on that mode at all anymore, and I'll go to something else. It's just, I don't know, I jump around when I play. Anyway, that map is a wide open good map for Hotwire, and it's got some really cool stuff. And then the last map is which one am I talking about yet? Oh yeah, the docks, which is really cool. That's another nighttime map. It's set in a shipping yard. Influenced by the Port of Oakland, which is right across the bay from where we're at right now. And I actually grew up part of my childhood living over there and right near that port. And, it's got those distinctive sort of big loading cranes. And so as a kid, I always liked driving on the freeway by those things. I always thought that they looked like AT-AT walkers from Star Wars, I really like this map. For some reason, I play this map. It makes me think about, when I was 10 years old or whatever. So it's cool.
Yeah, when I saw the photo for that map, the first thing that I thought of instantly was No Shark Canals from Battlefield 3.
That's the first thing I thought of.
And I part of me kind of wondered if you threw that in there, because that map it was just so popular, and even to this day remains popular amongst all Battlefield players. Did that come up at all in any shape, way, or form, or?
Honestly, it didn't, and I guess the reason why is that, the focus on that map for me, when I think about No Shar, and most of the times that I played on that map was deathmatch.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
It's in those shipping containers, the setup there, and that's not the setup for the deathmatch in the docks. So And a lot, and I guess the other thing about No-Shar, a lot of No-Shar was like when you were the team that was spawning on the ship, like how you were going to approach, if you're playing Conquest on that map
Oh
specifically.
yeah, you got raped if you were on that. I mean, it was just horrible. You'd get spawn trapped, and it was completely.
I mean, if you had a good
over.
team, though,
Yeah.
it's funny because there's some maps like that in a lot of games. And Hardline has its moments too, where you just find a certain map mode combination, you can get spawn camping, or it's just for whatever reason it's stacked for one team.
Yeah.
But in a way, like if I have a really good squad, I dig being on the side that like I love No-Shar Conquest coming from the boat. I love the and you
helicoptering in and just
point, you would get A over there, and then A was like, we cannot lose A. It became so because it was your foothold. There's no way you can win the match if you don't have a foothold, obviously. So, although I know what you're saying with that map, I really liked. We're going off on a tangent here, but I really
I love that map. That map was an absolute blast to play. Even even if, like you said, starting off on the ships, if you had a good helicopter pilot with the little birds, I mean.
Because it's those, when you're playing Battlefield, it's those matches that you completely forget about your KD. You're just playing the objective, and when you win those matches, those are like the best moments ever. That's when you're like you and your buddies, you're giving each other the virtual high fives. You're hooting and hollering.
Yeah, exactly. It's just like, holy crap, we fought hard for that one.
Yeah. So, but now that people mention it, obviously since we announced the map, people are like, oh, No-Shar, and I played a ton of No-Shar, and we didn't think about it too much when we were making the map. But there's definitely you can get that vibe running through the crates and stuff.
Well, going off the photo of the map, I haven't seen any gameplay. I don't know if any was released, but just from that photo alone, it looks like you've got the containers there, but they're not like the focal point like they were on No-Shar. They're kind of off to the side, and you've got a lot of other buildings kind of in the middle, which is where it looks like the action's really kind of supposed to take place.
Yeah, the other thing about that is that ship. That ship has so much space in it. It's multi-leveled, and there's a lot of space in that ship. And so I think when you play that map, you'll see how much of the gameplay actually is going to take place on the ship itself, and how much of the focus is on that ship.
So you said that map will actually be a hotwire map as well?
Yeah, and that's fun. Zipping around around the crate stacks and stuff. That's a blast.
Yeah, that's. I imagine that will be interesting. It doesn't look like your typical hotwire map.
It definitely plays different, but that thing's fun. Like getting one of the hotwire cars up into the ship and kind of like scooting around through the decks of the ship.
You can actually go in the ship with
really.
Yeah. And it's tight. It's super tight, but for hotwire, those are the best moments when you're zipping and you're just barely dodging things and stuff. So yeah, it's fun.
So you've designed it that if your car can get there, it will get there then.
Yeah.
Meaning, so there's no invisible barriers for vehicles, so you can get up the ship.
No, we have areas that are out of bounds, but
right.
Not the ship. The ship is inbounds. So
that is totally awesome. I was kind of hoping I'd see the airport map that I had suggested a while back. I'm thinking you've got that coming in the future, right?
I'm not going to announce anything, but we're not. It's just not in Pack 2. There's no airport map.
Now that the new Transporter movie's taken my idea.
Yeah.
So that sounds like you've got 4 pretty good maps here. That I mean.
Yeah, I'm really excited about these maps, and I play a lot of Hotwire, so.
Well, obviously, number one wheelman, right?
Yeah, I mean, I play more Blood Money than Hotwire, but just barely. I like to. Those are probably my 2 favorite modes, but Pack 1 there was only 1 Hotwire map, so I'm excited to get this pack out just because of the fact that there's the 3 maps. It's gonna be fun.
Absolutely. So, all right, what are you working on now?
The next thing up is the 3rd expansion pack.
Have you already?
Yeah.
Sorry, I made you cut out. There's an awkward silence on my part.
That got weird really quick. So now we're working on the 3rd expansion pack. We want to get a head start. We're already sort of working on some ideas for the 4th one as well. But before we release the 3rd expansion pack, nothing's announced. I can't say anything, but we're going to do some sort of. I would like to do some sort of update to the game and get some more content out there.
Is there an estimated time frame for this? We looking this year or early next year at this point?
Before the next expansion pack, before the third pack is all I could probably say, without getting in trouble. You don't want to get me in trouble. Last time I
No,
got in
I
trouble.
don't want. I don't
Last time
want. I know.
I wasn't allowed to talk for like 2 months.
I know. Yeah, I know. That's our fault. We pushed you a little too hard. So another big thing going on. You know, you've had a lot of.
Hello.
Hi.
That's Bonnie. Bonnie's an environment artist on the team.
Our viewership just
Hi.
shot up about 100 people. We got
Yeah.
100 more people in here
She's got
now
some
watching.
some kind of fancy ginger ale she's showing off.
I thought it was something adult at first.
I thought so too, but it appeared to be ginger ale. Maybe it's like camouflage.
Ginger ale.
Yeah.
So yeah, what I was getting ready to say is, we've had a lot of familiar faces kind of exit for various reasons and whatnot. Have those individuals, have they been, I don't want to say replaced, but have you brought fresh faces in to work on these future maps, or are you just kind of going with what you got right now?
Yeah, so you're talking about my guys, Fred and Ben.
I know.
Probably there, and yeah, so Ben worked on. He was our systems designer. He worked on the metagame and all that stuff. And by the way, speaking of systems and metagame, the patch, like that whole system is him. And we got to talk about the patch. This patch thing we need to talk about. I can tell you guys what the requirements are. I even wrote it down so I wouldn't mess it up. Anyway, yes, we have. You can never replace those two. Those two are amazing people, but as far as like positionally, the people that need to do that work, we certainly do have another metagame designer now, systems designer. And the cool thing about Ben and Fred leaving is, both those guys are 25 years old, and they knew, they worked on all the Hardline, and they told us from day one, like, hey, like after Hardline or at this point, we knew that we had them till the summer. They were supposed to be done at the beginning of the summer, but they both wanted to finish out Squad Heist. They were both. Ben was actually the designer for that mode, so they stayed on extra long. But anyway, the point is they knew they wanted to do this because they want to go travel. They're both going to go sort of travel the world, and they're 25 and they can still do that, right?
Yeah, they're
right.
young,
Right.
single, go out and
Right.
do what you need to do.
So it's awesome, and I think, yeah, we have great people here to pick up the work. You'll never replace those guys as far as people. It's awesome to sort of, but that's part of working in the industry. It's some people. For me personally, I crave like stability. I've been at EA for 15 years, and I live 4 miles from the office. I have a house here. I have a wife. I have a child. I grew up. My dad was in the military. We moved around all the time. So for me, like when I was a kid, all I ever wanted was like a house, like a place that was like, mine. But that's me personally, right? A lot of people in the industry. It's a great, the cool thing about working in video games is the opportunity to sort of be able to go work in a lot of different places. Those guys are going to go over and make video games in Asia, because they want to go live in Asia and see what that's like. And if it's cool, awesome. And if it's not, they know that they'd be welcome back here anytime. So it's just a cool opportunity for them. And people in this industry move around a lot, and they'll work on a game and then go somewhere else to work on another game and then come back to work on a game here. And you just sort of, you deal with it,
That's pretty cool that you all have that kind of mentality, because I could tell you most jobs that I've worked at in the past, if you're like, yeah, I'll give you my services for about 3/4 of a year, and they'll look at you like, okay, yeah, don't bother coming back. So, and I guess this is probably unique to the gaming industry, because you all have very specialized skill sets that you can't really find anywhere else. And if you've got a good programmer out there, you always want to leave that door open to get them back in if they've done good work for you. So
yeah, I don't know how it works. I would guess that maybe it's similar in like movies or TV. Like you sort of chase projects, right? Like
right.
You work on like a movie, and you'd work on a movie for a year or two, and then maybe you'd go just work on some other movie with some different people. Maybe you'd go work on another movie with the same people. It would just sort of depend on the situation, right? Or maybe, the same thing working in like TV or something. If you work on one TV show and that's over, for me, I like being there from the beginning when a project's like first thought up and going through that process. But some people, they may hear of a game announced, somewhere else and go, we have a couple guys that used to work at Visceral that are working on the new Cliff Bleszinski game. what is it called? Blue Streak, right? Or no, Blue Streak is the movie. Lawbreakers.
Yeah.
Sorry. Lawbreakers. Yeah, they're working on Lawbreakers, right? Because they heard about that game being made through sort of the grapevine or whatever, and said, "Oh wow, I want to go work on that," and then, they sort of go chase that down, right? So it just depends on who the person is. I think there's some people that want to stay in one place for a long time, and there's people that sort of just chase games, right?
Yep, absolutely. I think we're trying to get into some questions here that people have been asking. I'll start off with one. Well, not actually a general question, but just a gameplay change you all have made, I guess, in part. The time to kill, there's a new mode, or did I read something about that where time to kill has been upped a little bit in some game modes or specialized servers?
On PC, I guess there's, and actually, so we have different people on the team since launch of the game that sort of focus on the different platforms.
Right.
I play a lot on Xbox One, so I tend to focus on, the consoles more, and so Thad, our creative director, other people do as well, but he probably plays the most. Maybe there's a couple other guys on the team, but he's one of the guys that plays the most on PC. So, that's something that he's sort of spearheading. Is
Okay.
So I know that they did that in CTE. I'm not 100% up to date on if that's rolling out in Pack 2. I read the same thing. I haven't had a chance to talk to him about it yet.
Gotcha. So that's not your area.
Thing, yeah.
All right. Another question from A. McKinney is, will we ever get the reticle sight customization from Battlefield 4?
Right. That would be cool. It would be really cool if that was part of like some kind of gun bench feature.
There's your question right there. Or answer, not question.
There's
your question. Yeah, that segues into another question. There we go.
So can you say anything about gun bench?
Not really. I mean, I can't. It's weird. And the only reason I'm not allowed to talk about details of stuff is just that, like, if we change things or decide not to do something that I talked about, there's a possibility of getting in trouble, that somebody paid for something based on what I said. So I'm always pushing the sort of, I have like a PR guy and a marketing guy that I have to talk to before I'm supposed to talk to before I say anything. Sometimes I follow the rules. But no, I'm not allowed to, other than to say gun bench is coming, I'm not allowed to talk about the details because we're still working on it.
Cool.
Gotcha.
That still answered the guy's question though.
Yeah,
I did.
In a roundabout way.
Yeah, and around. Yeah, we got there. Party Tourist asks, I would like to know if there will be some change to the requirements for the CA DLC achievement trophies, 10,000 kills per class, as you promised. Yeah.
Right, the promise part. Okay.
Yeah.
I said I would look into it. So are you guys up to date on? Are you guys even aware? You guys play on PC, so you may not even be aware of what the issue is. Are you aware of what the issue is?
I am not personally. I play on PC.
Something about Microsoft blocking something.
So on console,
something dark side.
I believe they exist on maybe Origin too. There's like achievements, right?
Yeah.
But on console, the achievements are, I guess, more like I would say the console community focuses. There's more people that play on console that focus on achievements than PC. It seems like PC players don't necessarily. It's like, cool, I got an achievement, whatever, right? But if you're on console, there's some players that it means a lot. So the idea with the 10,000 kill achievements, because people keep saying, and they say, oh, the criminal activity achievement. And it's not all the way true. Like, everybody gets the new achievements added to their game. It's not like it's just a criminal activity thing. Like, oh, you need to just play criminal activity to unlock these achievements. Anyway, I'm rambling on and on. There's achievements for each class to get 10,000 kills with each class, which is a lot. I totally admit that's a lot. I don't have that. I've played almost 200 hours of Hardline, and I don't have 10,000 with any one class. So I'm close. I'll get the mechanic one fairly soon, and then the next one I'll get is the enforcer one, but that's going to take me longer, and I probably won't get the other two. But that's okay. I don't really care about the achievements. I play the game, and I happen to get them. So anyway, after the achievement came out, a number of people that really, they play the game and achievements are really an important part of the game, sort of said, hey, look, that's going to take like hundreds of hours to unlock. That's 40,000 kills in the game that we have to get. The idea with the achievement for us was that it was supposed to be a long burn achievement, not something you get in like a month. But like, we're supporting the game for at least a year with these 4 expansion packs. So like, we expect, there are definitely players who are going to be playing this game for a whole year off and on. And so this is just something you can continue to like chip away at. Anyway, once it was brought to my attention that this was an issue for the people that are sort of achievement hunters, I said, and a number of people on the team said, hey, cool, we'll look into that. We'll look into like reducing it or changing it, because again, for me as a gamer, they're not that big of a deal. I don't even look at them. Sometimes I get them, and I'll admit, when I get it, I feel good. It goes bling, and it says achievement unlocked, and I'm playing the game, and I go, cool, I did something that like I'm being, rewarded. That's nice. But they're not, I don't play the game around that. So anyway,
Right.
I am looking into changing them. The problem with them is it's not something that they're just in the game. They hook back into the Xbox Live system and the Sony, the PlayStation Network system.
Mm-hmm.
So when we change them, we can't change them alone. Everybody involved has to agree. That means, we have to say, hey, we want to change it. Microsoft and Sony have to say, hey, you should change it. We agree. And, getting that all figured out. I have some email. I have some threads going back and forth about it to see if there's anything we can do. I'm not 100% sure. And to be honest with you, there's things involved with gameplay that are higher priority for me. I'd rather focus on, getting people more guns and more cool gameplay. But it is something that I'll continue to look into and see if we can reduce them. That's the best. That's the longest answer ever for that question.
Yeah, that was actually pretty detailed. So now I know the
there's
whole
like
situation behind it.
There's a few guys that really have sort of been pinging me about this, and I just want to be as open and honest about it as possible, because I've been accused of lying about it. And I get it, like this whole thing when you make games and then you have to do these interviews and you talk about it and you're not allowed to talk about certain things.
Yeah.
And so it makes this like feeling of like secrecy or withholding information. But if I can talk about something, and this is something I can talk about, I will talk about it as honestly and as openly as I can. And so when people call me a liar, it bums me out a little bit. And so I just wanted to give all the information I could on that. This can be everybody's go-to answer when they want to know about that. It's something I'm working on. As soon as I know more about it, I will say something on Twitter.
Gotcha. There's another question, kind of console related as well, and
Right.
you playing on Xbox One might be able to add some insight. BK Livewire is asking, has the freezing on Xbox One been resolved with the upcoming patch?
Yeah, so I think so. It's hard to say because we never saw that. That started happening, and it's rare. I know exactly what he's talking about. I get it. It's just a once in a while thing. You join a game and your thing freezes up, and then you rejoin and everything's fine. And it always seems to happen like on the first game. And anyway, we think it should be fixed, but we have to get it out there and test it with the people to see for sure, because just the way that we make the game here is not, you're not going through the same server browser and the same quick match system to get in. So it's not, I can't 100% say for sure, because that one's a weird sort of random one, but I believe so. I certainly hope so. I play mostly on Xbox One, so yeah, I've seen it as well.
Cool. Good deal. Something else is going on in Battlefield Hardline right now. There's a video competition going on, right? Do you know anything about that? Hey, look at that. All right.
Weird silence.
Hey, guess what? Going on in Battlefield Hardline right now, there's a video competition.
Oh, tell me more. That sounds cool.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know. You can win in-game money or something like that.
1 million.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
In-game money.
Okay. It's cool, yeah. It's, like I said, I've been on vacation this week, so when I'm
I know.
out,
So this is probably something that cropped up spur of the moment. Well, not spur.
Yeah.
I'm sure they're thinking of it. All right. Well, we can't get any insight from you on that.
We'll blame
I
it
don't
on Mitre.
Yeah, exactly. That's probably a Dan Mitchell run venture there.
Yeah.
Is that how you pronounce his last name?
Mitre. Yeah.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Mitre.
I thought it was
Mitre?
Mike.
I don't know. Miter?
I called it Mitre to begin with. That's the first thing when I first saw it. I said,
Yeah, Miter.
Really?
Yeah, I was
Okay,
like, isn't it? Like, all right.
Bitry.
One thing I kind of wanted to touch on was I've noticed that at least on PC, hardcore actually is fairly popular when Can you add any insight to that? What you're seeing on your side, if it's just PC only, or what the trend with that is?
I mean, it certainly seems to be much more popular on PC. The weirdest thing about it to me is that the other half of our PC players just want like the higher time to kill.
Yeah.
Right.
We just have this weird division like between the two sets of players there where there's split on opinion, I guess, you know?
It's not high enough, and then you've got some that are like, yeah, I want one shot, one kill, and
I'll even go further in that, because if you look at the U.S. servers, there are a lot of hardcore servers in the U.S. But if you go and look in Europe, like in Germany, there's a lot of servers in Germany. They don't play hardcore. They're mainly normal damage.
What do you guys play? You're like normal or?
I love normal. I'm not a hardcore guy.
Yeah.
That's
I'm
why
a
I'm
normal
bummed, because
I've been playing hardcore a lot lately. I've gotten back to it. It's kind of altered my play style, and I find myself like I was playing backwoods earlier, and I found myself just kind of hiding around the forest with an AWP a little bit, which was, I love that rifle there, that sniper rifle, by the way. I mean, but yeah, it's I changed my play style up a lot for hardcore, and but I've been playing it a lot, and actually I played it an awful lot on the vanilla maps with Dust Bowl. You know, you get in one of those helicopters, the Blackhawks, and you know, in a hardcore mode that just destroys everyone.
Yeah, I played on BF3. I played hardcore, and mainly because I like the quicker time to kill. The thing is, I really like the mini map. I like having the mini map.
Yeah, so do
I get it. It's like gamey, and people, oh, it's not realistic. Totally get it. I'm not kidding myself into thinking this is like realistic. I'm playing a video game, you know, like it's fine. But yeah, with Hardline, because of the quicker time to kill, I like the time to kill in Hardline. It's perfect for me. So I've checked out hardcore. I played a little bit, but in general, I like to play normal.
Yeah, and I'm like you. I'm slave to the minimap. It's just
Yeah,
the way I've trained from BF2 all the way up to now.
You know, I got mine at like 200% size, and like, yeah, I need that mini map.
Yeah, gotcha. So, well, you know, we've kept you here an hour, minus the short little technical difficulty. I know you're on vacation right now, and
Okay.
you know you've got a wife and kid at home right now, probably when you get home. Yeah, let's real quick get into that.
What are we getting into? The patch, right? Okay.
Yeah, people
Don't
want
revive me,
patch
bro,
notes.
patch. Don't revive me, bro, patch. You're gonna get a don't revive me, bro, patch in the game. To get it,
Nice.
to do the assignment, to get the patch, the first thing is you're gonna need to be level 25. That's the only requirement. Should be easy enough. If you're not level 25 yet, go play some blood money. Go hit the money pile.
Yeah.
You'll be good. Okay. You're level 25, and then you're gonna need to get 50 revive coins. You get 50 revive coins, and you will unlock the don't revive me, bro, patch. That's it. Simple
Nice.
assignment. Not too tough to get.
And it's not
that coolest
it's-
patch in the game.
it's not a retroactive thing. So if you've already got 50 revive coins, it's not just going to automatically appear.
I think you
right?
need to do them. I think you need to do. Yeah, I don't think it's retroactive. I think you need to do it right after the update.
As my wife runs by the camera, who just got home.
Yeah, that's fine.
Hi, wife.
So, so looking forward to that patch.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's a sweet
Very
patch.
much so.
Yeah,
Very
that's
cool.
glad we got that in there.
What can you tell us right now that no one else knows that you have actually been authorized to say? Something just about
Some
the
juicy
upcoming.
tidbit.
Yeah, drop something juicy for us here. I know you got something out there you can pull up.
Man.
Oh man, come on,
Block graveyard shift.
Zach.
Yeah, you want like a. What does graveyard shift mean? That's like when
I don't
that's
know.
what the
Foggy
guy's called.
nighttime, spooky.
Right. I tweeted out a picture of we were like playing around with backwoods.
Oh yeah,
Made back-
nighttime backwoods. Yeah.
Yeah.
Somebody mentioned that on the chat, by the way.
Yeah, that'd be cool, man. That'd be cool if we could play that with people. I don't know. That'd be awesome. We should do something about that.
Do
Anyway,
something
I don't-
about that backwoods nighttime.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I
it
don't
would be
wanna-
nice if you. It would be nice if you did something about that. But
That'd be cool.
just thinking about it, right?
Yeah, it's just something I was just pondering right now. Anyway, as far as like secret announcements, yeah, I don't necessarily have anything anything secret. You guys ever been to like you guys are been around? You've traveled the U.S. a bit.
Yeah.
South,
Oh yeah.
Mainly
South.
East Coast, Midwest. Yeah.
Like, you guys been to like Florida? Or,
Oh
like,
yeah.
Oh yeah. My wife's from West Palm, so.
You ever been to like they have these places? It's like a gator. They have these like gator farms. You ever been to a gator farm?
Yeah, been to Gator Farm.
Gator World. There's
Gatorland.
Gator World. Yeah, Gatorland. That's
Yep.
it. I ate gator there. Yeah.
You ate gator. That's pretty cool. You ever seen them feed the gators?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Throw them
It's
like
a frenzy.
whole animal. It's a frenzy. Yeah. That's cool, man. Going to those.
That's cool.
Cool.
Gators eating people are cool. All right.
Yep.
Hint.
Yeah.
Anyway.
The wildlife is dangerous. All right.
Yeah.
Very cool. That would be a sight to see. Trudging
Anyway.
through some swamps and then out of nowhere you just get
Yeah.
taken underwater. Very
Yeah.
cool.
What about the
Well-
patch that's going to accompany the DLC? Is that going to be released
Oh,
together?
yeah. So okay, yeah. So we're doing the weapons on that. It'll come out the same day. Yeah.
Same
That's
day.
actually what I thought we were talking about at first when
No, I
I
was
said
thinking-
patch.
Okay. Yeah. So that's
I thought we were
that's
talking E-patch.
that's gonna give them the guns. You know, the guns that we're doing will be in that patch, as well as I had like the tuning stuff. We'll do like an announcement. They'll send out notes of like specifically all the little details on the gun tuning.
Okay.
I will say that the one thing that's not a gun, that's a gadget tuning thing that's going to be in there is the armored insert is getting tuned down a little bit.
A lot of people will be happy about that.
Yeah. Well, the other thing too is we're giving everybody a free sidearm that's like all classes that fires. It only fires AP rounds.
Oh.
Yeah. So
Nice.
that'll help out with armored insert as well.
Yeah.
Very
But yeah,
nice.
it's getting
Nice.
tuned down anyway. Which, you know, I play a lot of mechanic, and I'm not gonna lie, wear the armored insert. That thing's sweet. I don't wear it in Hotwire. In Hotwire, I run the stunt driver and the repair tool.
Oh, yeah.
'Cause I'm a player. But you know, if I'm playing Blood Money and I'm playing as a mechanic, most of I play Blood Money as an enforcer, but I am playing Blood Money as a mechanic just because I want to use SMG or whatever. I'll run the armored insert and sabotage and play like the worst evil person ever and sabo up all the doors, run around, run and gun with my armored insert.
And I must say you do quite the good job at that.
Yeah,
I've been on the receiving end.
we gotta play. By the way, we gotta play a bunch of Squad Heist when this thing comes out. 'cause
Yeah,
that-
squad
Oh,
heist.
yeah. Definitely.
Yeah,
we'll have
it's super
a
fun mode.
we'll have a DRMB play night and get that going.
I've
Yeah,
got
it'd
one
be easy
thing.
to sort of organize because you know you only need the 10 players or whatever 5v5, so it's easy to get a group of guys together and just all play on like one channel and yeah.
If you're willing to play on PC, that is.
Yeah, I'll play on PC.
All
Yeah.
right.
On the Robbery DLC notes that's on the website, the last bullet statement says the legendary super feature. What is that all about?
Yeah, that's the whole.
That's
it's the
the,
legendary status thing. So if you're
Okay.
level 150,
That's the reset.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
you
Yeah, it's a
become
reset.
legendary. It resets. It doesn't reset your stats. It resets like assignments. Not all of them, but like you're gonna have to get the syndicate weapons, and it takes away all your money and everything you've purchased. So it's gonna reset that sort of progression. You're gonna get a new icon. So you know how you have the like on the leaderboard and everything. There's an icon next to your name.
Mhm.
For legendary, you'll have like this cool gold skull icon thing, and then when you kill people, you will have on the bottom of your screen your kill card's different. So for everybody,
Okay.
normally it's like that blue kill card. You have this gold kill card, so they know, hey, that guy's legendary. And then there's a whole new like level up, you know. So you continue to unlock levels. So I'm level 150, and it's funny because I thought that I didn't care about the metagame. You know, I don't care what level I am. I just play the game or whatever. But
Right.
it's true, when you get to 150 and the progress bar stops moving because there's nowhere to go, you kind of feel like something's missing. Like,
Yeah.
oh, what? I'm not like moving.
Yeah. I'm at the
So-
end of the road kind of thing.
Right. So it's for all those guys, and you know, we can. This gets back to like I can't talk about unannounced stuff yet, but we have the ability to give the legendary players additional stuff. Like if we wanted to give them,
Oh, okay.
you know, legendary patches or legendary gun camos or anything like that, we could, and so we may. But yeah, it's just a
Pinhead.
cool sort of
The
level up
path
thing.
is there.
Yeah.
Cool. Very good.
Good deal.
Excited about that.
Well,
Awesome.
I don't think I have any more questions. You covered just about everything I wanted
Okay.
to know. We've kept you here, like I said, you know, pretty close to an hour now, and you really should be relaxing on your vacation. It's,
Yeah, I mean, if we'd have known this, I actually would have tried to reschedule.
Yeah, I know. I feel bad dragging you.
I feel bad.
Yeah,
I'm just the guy here. The truth is, I don't have friends outside of work anyway. So like when I'm on vacation for a week, I don't really see any of my friends. So it's nice to come in. I just stop in. I came in on Tuesday also just to stop in.
We drag you in here on your vacation to try and get you fired by asking you stuff you can't say.
All
so
right. All right.
But yeah, anyhow, Zach, we always love having you on. It's a great time talking to you. We'll definitely have you on in the future as well. Maybe around the next time the Map Pack number 3 comes out. Who knows? Maybe before that. But again, thank you for coming out. Paul, thank you for being on tonight, and we appreciate everyone that came out. Hopefully you learned some new stuff today. There's a couple hints in there, a couple veiled references to neat things coming out. So there's a lot of cool stuff in the future in the offing. So guys, appreciate it, and catch us all later.